Good morning, everybody. Don't mind the house. It is in quite a state, but it's because this weekend we're going downtown to have a little slumber party at Dan's parents' house. Honestly, there's a lot going on, which is great, but we're kind of in our scramble moment, and now I need to get ready. So you know that I naturally can't get ready with you without having a coffee first. Solelio is my drink of choice. What's your drink of choice? Oh, I was waiting for my song. I forgot it was milk. It wasn't on my milk. I made Grandpa an espresso. I was waiting for my song to start. It was Canada Day this week, and our parents came over, and we had a cutie little brunch and lunch with them, and my mom brought over little Canada Day themed flowers. So cute, so cute. Please don't be a day of curdled protein powder, please. Yeah, so for those of you who had a little holiday this week, I hope it was fab. We just took the day. Honestly, we've had a little bit of a down week. We'll update you later. But our holiday was bittersweet this week, if you will. But the FIFA World Cup has been going on, and I am like not a soccer fan whatsoever, if I'm totally honest. Like there's a few things like soccer, football, basketball, I couldn't give up. That's it. But Vancouver is one of the host cities for the FIFA World Cup, which has been both like wonderful to witness and also logistically very annoying. Anytime we need to go downtown, it's been so busy, but it's kind of like when we were in high school, Vancouver hosted the 2010 Olympics, and it's just so fun. Like spirits are just higher, vibes are high in the city. And it's just fun. And Dan has been, teaching me all about it, all about the soccer. And there was a game on, or a few games actually. There was a few games on Canada Day, and we were all watching it together, and it was like, okay. And so that's been going down. And then Wimbledon has been going on too. So we've had our little sports fill all week, haven't we? It's been great, but gotta represent. Ugh, it curdled. I hate it when that happens. Too hot out the gate, guys. Ooh. Anyway, headed out for a little girls' night tonight, and we have a few things that we are shooting and filming and that we have going on this weekend. So I put a tan on last night just to feel the glow, Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying a new camera, and I just realized I kept looking at the screen. I forgot where the lens is. I'm so used to my other camera. I'm like, oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm testing out some different products today. So if the makeup turns out well, then I'll report back. But I don't always love to do like a first impressions when I'm testing out new bases, because sometimes that turns out badly. But just know we're putting it to the test today. So I'm not going to talk through everything that I'm using, but report back, because we will talk about it in due time. It's so funny because I had filmed those few videos talking about like products I'm no longer using and products I'm no longer buying. And one of those products was just like liquid bronzers and contours. Here's the thing. I still feel the way I feel. I don't like using this. The liquid thing, sometimes it's like too much faff for me, but I did just get this in PR. I got the Westman Atelier liquid sun tone bronzing drops in the shade Soleil Parfait 1. And the thing is, I got it, I received it, I didn't go out and buy it, okay? So I'm happy to try it. But this one in particular, like so many people that I love and follow online rave about these and use them and love them so much. And I'm like, well, fine, I have it, I'll try it. I still stand by what I say, where it's just like not my preferred method of application. And I find it to be just like, I don't know, it's really dependent usually on what you're wearing underneath it. Like it's kind of one of those things that it doesn't play with all bases. Sometimes when you're using liquid products, it can pick up and create like patchiness with the products underneath. So I just don't always love to use it. I love a cream. I think a cream is just kind of one of those really easy, no extra fuss products, which is why that's just my personal preference when I'm using bronzing products. But yeah, people have been raving about this. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. The color's really pretty. The one thing that I certainly don't want to try is the Victoria Beckham bronzing tint. I know everyone's been loving them, and a few of you have like tagged me in it being like, why haven't you tried this yet? Where have you been? But if you guys remember when I tried the Benetint in dark cherry for the first time, technically that's like meant to be used on the cheeks and the lips, right? And I was so excited. And technically for like natural everyday makeup, you would think that like a little cheek tint or a bronzing tint would be so perfect. But again, I just find it to be really hard. Like there's a lot of user error that happens for me whenever I use products like that. So I just prefer cream, whatever. I don't love a tint. I find it just takes off all the base products that I put on underneath. It's so annoying. It's like, you know, it's probably moving my SPF around. Like I'm just not down. But this little blush, I'm excited about this one. Okay, I'll tell you this one. This is Bobbi Brown's Sunset. I picked this up and I wasn't sure how it would go, but pleasantly surprised. That indeed does look like just a little sun-kissed moment. I'm gonna tone it down with some concealer. Don't you fret. I know this looks like a lot, but oh yeah, that's pretty. It's literally like a sunburn. It's like a little bit of a tan, but then there's a little bit of pink in there. Actually, I'd say it's like more red. There's a little bit of red in there. And let's just tone that down a little bit. I'm gonna use the Victoria Beckham concealers. Haven't used these in a hot minute. This is so funny. Every time I like make my coffee to get ready, I just go knee deep into talking to you guys and getting ready, and then I forget to actually drink my coffee. It's so classic, and I do it every single time. But also I find it so funny. I'm like gonna be out all day today and all night with my gals and pals, and you know, whenever you're testing new makeup, it's like you hope it stays. Fingers crossed, we can only hope for the best. Anyway, I have been glued to my phone this week also. Because it's been the rumored Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce wedding in New York at Madison Square Garden. And I am just like, I love watching the internet freak out over something like this. I think it's so funny. And just like watching all the Swifties be their sleuths and trying to decide if it's actually the wedding that's happening or if it's just like, you know, celebrating her 20-year anniversary of her first album. Like there's so many things. And I just love watching the internet try and figure things out like this. I think it's so fun. And part of me just loves it when people like totally get married in private, when people just flex that ability, like Zendaya and Tom Holland, lovely couple, love to watch their press tours. And like anytime you get a little snippet or a little visual of their love, it's like, oh, I just like love a good love story. We love love over here, you know? But I think it's incredible that they successfully got married in total secret. Like we don't have a glimpse of anything. There's nothing. I think that's such a power move. It's so sick. So part of me loves that for them, but also selfishly, like, of course I want to see a photo like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Like, yeah, I'd love to see what wedding dress she wore, what she chose, some of the details. When you're like the most famous and rich person on the planet, what did you decide to go with? What was your wedding plan? Who planned that? Who took on the stress of planning that? Oh my God. It's like when she posted their little engagement photos and it was like, this is your ring, like this is what you decided to go with. Like it's so beautiful and perfect. Like I just love to see little glimpses if they so choose to share that with the world. But yeah, I also love it when people are able to just like celebrate in privacy, and you know, the swarms of crazed fans and like paparazzi is, I can't imagine what that's like to deal with. But all the glimpses that we've been, oh shit, I'm sorry, the light just turned on. Pardon me. There we go. I also didn't even have my hair pinned back this whole time. I could have been using my cutie little clips. I forget what I was saying, if I'm totally honest. All to say, love to see the little glimpses. And yeah, it's just been my entire TikTok For You page. My screen time has not been benefiting from this fun news. And I'm excited to see what it actually was. If we do end up finding out, I think it's so fun. Who knows? I hope that if they did decide to like get married in private and then just have like a massive celebration at the stadium, then they were able to do so with ample security and privacy, and that it was everything they wanted, because everyone deserves a little happy ending. Everyone deserves a little fairy tale. We love to see it. As a big T-Swizzle fan, I'm just positively thrilled. And it's a good week for popular culture. Let's just say that. I haven't worn my little Armani tint in such a long time. I've been just totally like on the pale train and using other things. And I just, oh, you know, when you're reminded of a good old friend, it's like that. So good. I'm gonna try what you guys suggested. I'm going to set my makeup with my Charlotte Tilbury setting powder, just a little bit, nothing too crazy. But again, I want this makeup to be on all day long. So just a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. And then as per your suggestion, take a big fluffy brush and revisit this and just dust them all over. Dust them all over. So I'm just going to do that and treat it like the finishing powder. You guys were saying that you love to use this as a finishing powder, eyeshadow, but then also use this shade as a bronzer. So I think that's nice. And just to add that little bit of glow all over. So I just did that with these two, and then I'll go in with the deeper shade and just use that as a little dusty dust around the town and see if it just gives us that finishing glow. We'll try it out today. I'll take a little bit with a small eyeshadow brush and just put that on top of the lid too. The Armani eye tint really dries down so well, so I don't worry about it budging throughout the day, but just to see how it feels. We're very, very bronzy today, that's for sure. Finish off with the Victoria Beckham Pearl highlight for a little bit of extra glow. This is always where I find the makeup really comes together. When I put the highlight on, it's like, oh yeah. What am I looking for? Oh, mascara. I'm trying to use up my products to like the absolute last moment. So this Lancome mascara is definitely on its last legs, but I want to make sure that I get every last singular morsel out of here before I officially move on to the next one. So I know I tried out the Marc Jacobs one. I have the L'Oreal Voluminous on deck. So we've got options for sure. And honestly, there's like far too many mascaras open in my drawer than I would like, and I want to use them up. My love for this mascara doesn't take away the fact that the other mascaras that I'm trying are beautiful, but you know when you just have a comfort, like currently in my makeup rotation, this is my home comfort. When I put this mascara on, I'm just like, yeah, yes, this is exactly everything I want. It's just perfect. Oh. Now, the little secret, top secret lip product that I was talking about has officially been launched. The cat's out of the bag. And I was really excited because I did the videos for both Sephora and for my own page with Benefit to launch the Pocket Pal. And honestly, I was so honored. You know, when like you have, or at least when I show so much love and so much organic love for a product, and then when the brand comes to be like, hey, we'd love to work with you on this, that's always a really happy feeling, because I have been screaming about Dark Cherry from the rooftops since they launched it and since they did that shade extension. So I was so happy when they reached out to me to do the videos. I was like, absolutely, absolutely. So if you missed it, I did post that on my Instagram, and then I think it also went up on the Sephora Canada page, which is so exciting. And yeah, so honored. And it's a little dual-ended, oh, I forgot to bring a little brush in here, sorry. Yeah, it's a dual-ended product with the tint on one side, and then they added a gloss on the other side, which is just awesome, because it's one thing to have a tint. Like, yes, we want the tint to last all day, but so many of us have dry lips, or we are just into a glossy lip. I'm not leaving it at just the tint itself. So they added another side with a gloss, and I just think that's brilliant. And it just shows that they're like listening to their customers and seeing how people are using their products, and I think that's awesome. And like I said earlier, this is 100% a lip product for me. I do not use this on my cheeks, so the fact that they kind of like took that into consideration, they left the original Benetint for the people who do love to use it as a blush, and then created this little double-sided version with a gloss. I think that's great. User beware though, you got to keep it upright. Do not flip that. The tint will pour out, so just keep it upright when you're using it. Now, the one thing I will say is I did, like, you can wear it like this and then put the gloss on top. I just like multi-dimension, so I did use it. Like when I filmed the video, I just used the tint itself, but when I'm using it, I love to apply a lip liner and add a little bit of extra depth and dimension. This is by Fro, Dark Roast, such a pretty color, and just kind of smudge that in. And again, it's not necessary, but it just adds layers to the makeup. This is really, that's deep. I applied a lot of the tint, honestly. Usually I do quite a little bit just in the center, but I went a little bit deep with that, but that's okay. And then we'll switch, take the little gloss on top, and you have it built right in, which is awesome. I think it's so great. So if you haven't tried the Benetint before, and you're like me and you don't think that you would use it on the cheeks, I think this is a great option, and the gloss is so pretty. It's so cute. I'm thrilled, honestly. Was so grateful and happy to do that with them. And quite frankly, I was honored that they asked me. So shout out to the Benefit fam. That's the new product. I've just been putting my makeup into my little bag as I go, so I remember to take it with me tonight. I gotta pack my little overnight bag. I also bought this cutie little tray on Amazon and put it here because I have my little travel jewelry case that I usually carry things in, and then I have that like in my closet. But most of the time at the end of the day when I'm doing my skincare and I'm taking all my jewelry off, like I don't sleep in my jewelry. I go full naked, and I usually don't wear my jewelry when I'm working out either. So honestly, there's a lot of time spent with my jewelry off. And to be honest, I probably shouldn't be taking it all off at the sink. That's a little bit dangerous, I suppose, with my rings and stuff, but it's just how my process of getting unready. And I wanted a little tray here because my little travel case that I usually keep it in is fabric, and I just felt like I didn't want it to get wet and have any splashes or anything. So I've just been keeping it here, and it's so cute, and I love her. And I just have my little daily lineup, my bling, my wedding rings. Guys, I totally forgot to update you, but just so you know, I did get the new Aura ring, and it is significantly smaller. Hold, please, let me show you. The size difference on your finger is actually crazy. Can you see this? Look at the size difference. It is so much smaller. And My old one, I used to wear it on my ring finger on the right side, but you're technically supposed to wear it on your pointy finger, but this was not the correct size. I needed to size up so it could fit on my pointer finger. So now I have the new version. It's much, much more slim and less bulky on the finger, like in a big way. And then it now fits on my pointy finger. So I've been switching up my jewels, my little ring stack to accommodate the new Aura ring. And I hear you guys in my last video when I was talking about like over optimization and all that, you guys were like, you got to stop wearing the wearables. It's stressing you out too much. It's focusing on the data. And you know, there's, I will say on the sleep front and the Aura front, sleep and my cycle tracking, I like having the data, and it actually brought me a lot of peace because I used to have a lot more anxiety around my sleep until I learned, like when I started seeing the data, I was like, wow, I'm actually a really good sleeper. I just don't give myself enough time to sleep. Like when I'm going to bed at 11 p.m. and I'm waking up at 4:45 a.m. to go play tennis, like I need to just be better about my time management and scheduling my sleep, because when I do sleep, I sleep very well and very deep. And so seeing that data was actually very helpful for me. Do I need to continue tracking it? Not necessarily, but it's just kind of fun. This part of it is fun to me. And if I'm having a bad day, or if I wake up extra grumpy or I had little sleep, I have a hard rule that I don't look at it. I don't open the app on those days. Like when I was in Vegas for Harmony's Bachelorette, I didn't look at my Aura. I don't want to see it. I don't need to know. I know that I had very little sleep and I didn't need an app to tell me that. I usually only look on good days when I'm feeling extra spicy and ready to go. So I appreciate you guys. And honestly, I think it's worth discussing more for sure. And I think a lot of us are kind of not aware of these things, not aware of like the impact of our cycle on our energy levels and our mood. And like, there's just so many things. And sometimes you just gotta let go and let life roll. But sometimes it's worth looking into things. Like I could certainly look into my cycle related mood swings a little bit more. I hear you guys, I hear you, because it's rough out here in the luteal phase. And my luteal phase is very long because my cycle is so long. I have like a 35 to a 40 day cycle, and I am living in the luteal phase for so long, and I feel it and my brain feels it. And I'm like, something's gotta give, my dude, something's gotta give. But today's not that day. That's for another day. Today, we're gonna be blissfully unaware, and we're going to go and have a fun night out with our girlfriends. So on that note, makeup's done. I'm leaving my hair just air dried today. It is what it is. And I don't know what the frig to wear. I actually think that I told you guys in one of my declutters that I wasn't sure about the dish shirts and if I wanted to get them tailored or not, but I actually think it's fine and it's great. And I think this is nice. The only downside right now is that it's freaking freezing outside, Mr. Bigglesworth. It is cold. So I'm like, okay, this is cute. I could just do this with jeans and be done with it. But I fear that I need a little jacket because it's just not nice outside. So I could do my little Suzanne jacket. I just feel like jackets don't look good with this one-shouldered vibe, right? Like, is that cute? I can't tell. Also, RIP, there's no update. No update on the vanity. It's hopefully gonna be installed next week, the countertop. But I just don't even want to give you guys a date, knowing that it could possibly be moved again. Who knows? I feel like this is too casual. This is another thing I bought last year. Still has a tag on it. I've never worn it. If any of you remember, I was like, I need my uniforms. I need like my white double denim uniform. And I had bought this for it to be never worn. But this, honestly, this could be cute if I put a little heel with it. I recently bought these little cuties. I know I've been on a little bit of a shoe tirade, but I've been trying to figure out my perfect like summer heel situation, little kitten heel situation. This is cute, actually. I got these from a brand called Maguire. One of those brands that I'm always served ads for. I always get the Instagram ads of this company. Yeah, I got served an ad, and the photo on the ad literally had these with a pair of jeans, and I was like, sold! These are so cute and so fun. I kind of don't mind that. It's a little bit breezy, but the little blue poking out makes it feel extra cute. Also, going out for dinner and going out for food in white seems so risky, but this is clearly how I like to live my life. I changed the shirt underneath. I think this works. This works with the blue, right? Well, it's gonna have to now, because I gotta go. Making our way downtown. Guys, what a whirlwind. Wow, we were just like packing everything up in such a flurry. And we are on our way. We're going to meet a couple friends for lunch, and then Dan and I are departing. We're parting ways. And then I'm going to meet with my girlfriend, and then we're going out tonight. It's just gonna be, it's busy, whatever. We were trying to wrap up a few things before we left the house, and it's always It's always joy. We just threw everything into the back, and you know when you leave and you're like, I don't know what I just packed. I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting everything. It's one of those days and we're both starving, ready to eat. But you guys, I've just been refreshing my TikTok over and over because apparently the wedding is happening. Apparently, allegedly, it is in fact the wedding. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, that is. And everyone's just been posting like all the celebrities in attendance. We were just chatting about how many different niches the two of them together cover. Like, this is literally like an American royal wedding on a massive scale. You have the country music singers, general other music people, you have general celebrities, you have the NFL people covered, you have royalty. Like, there's so many different pockets that are covered. No wonder they had to get married in a giant stadium. I am eating it up, loving to see it. Can't wait. I'm just, give us a pic. Give us a pic. I want to see what the inside looked like. Anyway, I've been refreshing like a mad woman. So this is Dan's entertainment as we drive downtown. Good morning. We spent the night downtown last night at Dan's parents' house, my in-laws, and I'm just getting ready this morning to go do a run. I'm gonna go do my run, and it's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day downtown, and I have a longer run today as part of this new training plan that I've been doing, and I figured that it would be much better to do said longer run on the seawall on a beautiful sunny morning. Wish me luck. I'll report back when I'm done if I survive, if my knee survives. I think I'm gonna have a nervous poo before I go. I just finished my longest run ever, my first 12 kilometers. Sorry guys, we kind of packed our schedule this morning, but we stayed overnight downtown, and then I had my run this morning. Dan went to play tennis, and then he went with his pals to go watch the game. There's a Canada-Morocco game on today, and he went to go to like the fan zone and watch it, which is pretty cool. And I just had to quickly shower. I had breakfast with the in-laws, and now I'm actually headed over to Beau, going to the salon because this morning I'm doing Armene's wedding makeup trial, which is so crazy. We'll probably do this a few times, but this is the first time we're gonna see what kind of vibe she's looking for and what she wants, how she wants to look and feel on her special day. And I'm so excited, and I'm obviously like honored, beyond thrilled to be doing one of my best friends' makeup on her wedding day. And it's coming up quick, guys. Holy moly, time's flying. So you know, we just try to make the best and fit as much in every time we come downtown. So I just had to, like, I'm literally still in my sweaty bun. Like, I didn't even have time to do my makeup. I wanted to do my makeup to be cute while I was doing it, but I'm like, sorry arms, this is how you get me post run. But we're gonna make her look fabulous. Hi Armene. Hi. We're here and just setting up my very unprofessional setup, but it's okay, it's gonna work. Stunning. Oh my god, away. Away. Did you order a scone? I was about to say good morning, but certainly good afternoon. We're home. And we've just been taking this gorgeous little rest day very seriously. And it was just heavy sports morning, honestly. We decided to dive in and watch some tennis, and now we're watching the Brazil versus Norway FIFA game. Listen, I'm not a soccer fan, but it's been exciting watching the World Cup go on, and Dan's been giving me all the info on everything. But so sad. We watched the Osaka versus Sabalenka match this morning, and Sabalenka, my girl, she lost, so she's out. And then we saw Felix, we stutter on his line, Auger Aliassime. Aliasim. He won. That was crazy. So we've literally just been mossing, sat and ate breakfast. And yeah, what a great weekend. We had such a fun, cute little weekend and a night downtown. Just as a little recap, Armene looked gorgeous. She's gorgeous with or without makeup, but it was so fun. And she is so funny because when we sat down and I started doing her makeup, she had obviously sent me inspo before, and she's like, I just want really warm, bronzy, beautiful bridal makeup. She didn't want to not look like herself. You know, she wanted it to be natural. She doesn't want a heavy eye. And she was like, by the way, like everything turns gray on me as far as eyeshadow. And I was like, okay, great. So I like grabbed all of my, you know, warm, bronzy eyeliners, but I have heavily condensed my makeup collection, as you guys know. So I went to do her eye makeup, and it like literally like my warm bronzy eyeliner, like my Victoria Beckham warm bronzy eyeliner, when I put it on her eyes, it turned gray. It was like this whole olive neutral conundrum where like everything on me looks so orange, everything on her looks so gray. So the makeup looked incredible. She's like perfect and beautiful, and you know, we put some individual lashes on. Her skin looked insane, but her eyes, yeah, they looked gray. It was crazy. So I need to go reassess that situation. And I think we're going to like go on a little shop and get some different shades and figure that out. But anyway, it was very fun. I hadn't done makeup on someone else in such a long time. So it was nice. And then we honestly, like after my run yesterday, even this morning, girl, I am cooked. My legs are sore. After my long run, I definitely need a rest. And just as a little update, I didn't want to, like, I don't want to jinx anything. What if something happened? You know, what if I just like threw out my knee? It's happened to me before. What if I injure myself? I get maimed? Who knows? So I didn't really want to talk about it, but also I've been like spending a lot of time and energy on this thing. And basically what happened is I was challenged to do a run. I was challenged to do a half marathon by one of my favorite brands, running against my will, if you will, but it's been fine. Like the training for it has been okay, and I've been surprising myself as someone who's never really been a runner. So I don't want to jinx myself or anything, but yeah, I have signed up and agreed to run a half marathon. Words that I never thought I'd be saying, especially after last year when I ran the 10K. I was like, oh, I would simply never run longer than this. And I really did believe that, truly, until, like, what do you do when someone's like, hey, we need you to do this. We want you to do this. And it's like, okay, well, I don't want to be a little about it, but yeah. And the only like justification that I could think of in my mind is that some tennis matches that we play can be 2 hours, 2.5 hours. If I can train to have my cardio improve and be able to handle those things, then that makes sense to me. Running a marathon for like 4 or 5 hours doesn't make sense to me. I know that my body wouldn't survive that. That's just simply not on the table for me. But this was enough effort that it's going to be really challenging, and I'm absolutely terrified, but it's still within reason for life application for me. So I accept it. So here I am. I have been doing my little training, and that 12-kilometer run is officially the longest run I've ever done. I have a 14K next week, 16K the following week, 18K, and then a good old 21 kilometers. So yeah, that's new. I know I said I was having a slow girl summer, and I am, because look at me. I'm just, I'm training towards something, but resting heavily for sure. So that's a little life update for you. We'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. Please, for those of you who run, I know I already posted this on Instagram, but if you have any particular things that you listen to or do when you do long runs, please let a girl know. Because a lot of you are like, oh, I listen to podcasts. I'm like, great. Which one? Like, specifically send me an episode. Which one is something that can keep you so entertained and keep your brain from not, soaring into oblivion and going into space? Because it's not even, what I realize is it's not even my breathing. My breathing has been fine. I'm running at a slow enough pace that it's not been affecting me. Thus far, thank goodness, knock on wood, my knees and hips have been okay. It's the mental boredom. It's the, oh my gosh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this. Blah, blah, blah. It's your mind trying to convince you that you shouldn't be doing this run. That's the hardest part for me. And we all know that I'm the most mentally stable creature on the planet. At the end of the day, I am somebody who enjoys a challenge. I love a goal. So this has been fun. This has given me something to look forward to this summer. I'm equally terrified for it, but thus far it's been fun, and I've actually been enjoying it and pushing myself and doing things I've never done before. Feels really good. It's like you get past that 5 kilometers, the first 5K, and then you feel this euphoria falls across your body. You just like get giddy and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm an athlete. I can do anything. Like I understand the running high is very real. I don't dislike running, but I don't love running. I think where I see this going in the future, if I can successfully do this half marathon, that feels really cool and really exciting to me. And I'd love to continue training to get faster because I love sprinting. I live, laugh, love for my Peloton sprints, doing my 20 and 30-minute sprint HIIT classes. I love them so much. I love running fast. So running slow for me is very boring, but also I can't I can't run at my top speed for these long times. So I think training to run faster is an exciting prospect to me. It's something that is applicable in my life. And if I can get past this half marathon, I think that's a really fun thing. And in my kind of weekly schedule, perhaps I do one less day of tennis and just have a weekend run. That sounds really fun. And it's thus far been fitting into my training schedule and workout schedule beautifully. And it's been exciting as someone who, I have my 2 puffers in the drawer. Not that I use them as much as I probably should, but I just feel myself getting better. I feel my lungs expanding. It feels like it's good. It's a good thing. So I'm excited and I'm grateful to said brand for challenging me for this because it's something I've certainly never even remotely thought that I would consider doing ever. So here we are. Your girl's on Strava and we're running a half marathon.